awkward, and I knew it could cause us some problems on both sides of the ball. They got a heck of a punt or two. You saw him out there today. So really across the board, I was just pleased how the guys worked all week, came back, and did get better from last week.
Joe said he stuck with the game plan after those first couple of drives, didn't amount to anything. Did you change anything, or just say keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute to settle in, and it's always work in progress. We've not arrived. We haven't anything. It's just 2 weeks, and we took a step forward. And, I think we learned a lot of things from the last game we played, and we'll learn a lot of things from this game, and now we get into conference play.
The surprise onside. Is that in the game plan, spur of the moment? Seems like that really shifted.
Yeah, so that was Coach Huff. We just really felt strongly about it all week long, just kind of how they aligned. He had Dan Goodell working early in the week, and Dan was really consistent with it, and really proud of how Dan's kicking, because that's a lot harder to do than it looks. You're juiced up trying to kick the ball, everybody's running fast, and you got to look like you're running fast, and then it's just it's a little touch shot, and he executed perfectly, and then Evo McKinney and Dante Dio were right there to how he drew it up. So credit to the players as always. Coach Up did a great job designing it, but they got to execute it. It's easier said than done.
It's a little different. Usually you see an onside kick, it's a 10-yard kick. It was like a 20, 25-yard kick, a little different kind of an onside kick, right?
Yeah, there's just a hole over there that we kind of felt like they were aligned a little bit different than we had seen, and we could maybe get the ball there.
With early in the game, it was still kind of a struggle back and forth. What's that do for you to sort of hit something like that and you see my spark everywhere?
Well, it's a long game. College football's long, and last week was a long game in a bad way. That's what we tell our guys. You just got to keep playing, and then things will start to happen, and you can't get down on yourself. And I think that happened to us a little bit last week with all of our young/inexperienced guys. But you just got to keep playing, and then the tide can change.
Joe mentioned that too, how long the game is, and getting longer. You look up there in the fifth possession of the game, there was still less than 5 minutes off the game clock. There's a lot of possessions in a game.
There really are, and when both sides are not huddling up, it's a lot of snaps out there, and you better be in shape.
Looked like you took a little of the tempo, you dialed that back from what you were doing against Washington. Things just didn't go as quickly.
Well, we dialed the tempo back only when late in the game. Other than that, we were just, the key to that is not to always go one tempo. The key to tempo is the varied tempos. If you're just always going frantic pace, they get used to that as well. So there's always different tempos in the pace of the game.
I asked Shane, he said there was kind of a sense of relief when you got that first touchdown, and then you're able to get the deep one to Burks. Seemed like things loosened up after that. Was there any relief on the sidelines to finally get in the end zone?
Well, yeah, there's always relief to get in the end zone. No doubt about it. I feel like that every game. I really do. I don't feel any more relief when it's one. I feel relief when there's a bunch, and I'm sitting here after the game, and you go, okay, you can breathe here a little bit.
Your wide receivers tonight seemed like they made a few tough catches, drew some flags, a couple of run-after-catch plays. A little better tonight.
Yeah, so they stepped up, and we're going to continue to improve there. The style of defense that they're playing, they put a lot of guys right down there. They make it hard to run the ball. I was kind of pleased how we ran the ball because they put 9 guys in the box, and the DBs put about 5 yards from them, so we better be able to run by them. And, we did what we needed to do.
What do you say about Brian Douglas and what he went through the offseason and getting back to this and having the game he did?
Yeah, he did a nice job. He's really proud of him. And, his best days are in front of him. He's work in progress like we all are. But he can play at a really high level. He's a really good corner. He can do some things, kick returning as well, and he'll continue to get better.
Shane had a big game, 2 touchdowns, and a lot of touches. The luxury that he brings to the offense, or what does he bring that maybe somebody else doesn't bring?
Yeah, he's kind of lightning in a bottle. He really is. He is a hard guy to corral, and he's a dynamic playmaker. We've got to be creative in terms of how we get him the ball and continue to build on that.
Do you think about that during the week? This is how we can get Shane the ball this week, or is it sort of come out of your game plan more organically?
It's a combination of both. It's going to be how we get him the ball, and the things we have in, does he fit into that? And if not, then we got to figure out how to get him some touches.
Do you have a number in mind for him that he needs to touch the ball X number of times a game?
I don't think we've really got there and saying we need to have it this many times. I mean, so many of the things that we're doing are now read type plays, whether it's going to be run or thrown out wide. And, so that can change how much you can touch it as well.
Defense obviously had a rough week last week. What did you see out of those guys?
Yeah, you know, we'll have to put the tape on to see, but you know, it's a spread offense. It spreads you out. They can do some awkward things with the run game, the quarterback run game. And you saw him run around a little bit. We still got to do a better job tackling. There's no question about it. But I do think we made some strides.
Joe was hit more than your quarterbacks normally get hit today. Did they do something defensively that was getting after you guys in terms of pass rush?
Well, we'll put the tape on to see that. You know, Joe gets a scholarship too. I mean, he did get down again. He's going to be okay. So I will put the tape on and see.
You brought the fullback into the red zone. Was that more of a correction from last week, or just something you saw in their defense?
No, I mean, like I told you guys, I mean, that's just game one. I mean, you haven't seen everything we got, and it's always going to continue to evolve. And, you know, we just continue to make the game plan.
Big video board upstairs. What'd you think?
I don't like it when we're in these offices because it just rattles the roof in here. It legitimately does. So I think someone's got to figure out how to control the bass. I think the lights are going to fall down. But for me, it was. I mean, I hope the fans really enjoyed it. It looked like a great picture. The sound is great, and I hope it adds to the guys who come to the game.
You end up with a decent crowd today, but you're down a couple thousand season ticket holders.
Yeah.
What do you think when you see those kind of things trending down right now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I say this all the time. For us to continue to do what we want to do, we can't do it alone. I mean, the Bronco Nation has to be there. If this stadium isn't full, you know, that's game changing. You know, regardless of our team, of our record, and I know they do correlate, but you know, for us to continue to grow this program and play on a big stage and all those things, we need Bronco Nation every game.
Is it frustrating at all that there's maybe a little bit of complacency, a little bit in that we want to see 40-point and 50-point wins every week, and we want to,
They should have came today. They would have saw it.
DeMarcus out today.
Should be back tomorrow.
That was a discipline issue.
Yeah.
Saxton.
Doesn't look good. I think he's going to be out probably the rest of the season.
Like,
Got a knee.
Sorry if you addressed this, but defense, you know, obviously you guys took a big step from week 1 to week 2, and you talked to Coach K and said, you know, tackling was there, but still need to improve that a little bit. You know, just your thoughts on that?
I would concur. I think we did take a step. We tackle better. We get tired. We take a lot of snaps. And we had the quarterback a couple times. We couldn't tackle him. We got to be better about that. We're going to see it at a premium next week. You know, Air Force does a great job of getting the ball on the edge in space. And we can't miss tackles. It'll make us pay.
Back to DeMarcus for a second. That's 3 times. Is that becoming an issue that in terms of his long-term future?
I would say it's an issue, but we expect him back tomorrow, and hopefully we won't have any more issues.
And saw Finley out there with a sling on.
Yeah, he's had some surgery, and so nothing that happened when he was here. It was some lingering thing that we thought was going to improve from, you know, really his high school. He played his whole high school career with it, but they felt the best way to get him over that hurdle was to correct it with surgery.
He played with it through high school.
He did. Yeah.
Did you guys knew that coming in, or?
No, we didn't know it was going to be surgery, but you know, we tried to do a lot of rehab. He did rehab in the spring. He did rehab. The summer was here in the fall. And he just wasn't responding, so we went in there, and you know, I think he fixed it.
You think he get him for spring ball, or is he?
Yes, I think we should have the spring ball.
That was a big part of why you brought Richard in.
Well, yeah, we just didn't know what our arms were going to be like. Yeah. Everybody good?
all right.
Thanks, Coach.